videos, and I'm gonna do the bands I love to listen to, from like the ones I listen to every day, every other day, and so on, so on. But to get the D tier list, it has to be somebody I hardly not listen to. But I picked the best ones out of my playlist, so this is gonna be a tough one. So you're gonna have to bear with me as I the decide here. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm back. Hmm. Just ignore that sound. Ignore that and too. Oops. Might work if I type my right email in. Okay, so we're gonna get back to this. Okay. This is gonna be a tough one, like I said. Just ignore that sound. Yeah, Queen's on here. Just gotta find him in this mess. I don't know why I've got Shinedown on there twice, but yeah, right there's Queen. They're right there. But should I start from top to bottom or bottom to top? Diego, at least I'm trying. But should I start top to bottom or bottom to top? Okay, I'll do it that way. I'll start from top to bottom. Thanks for the suggestion, CJ. Start middle. What if I start left to right, right to left? I'll just start from bottom right hand corner. So, well, you get up there. I hope this tier list can fit it. So Yellowcard, they're a earlier 2000s pop punk band, and they're okay. Their most famous song is Ocean Avenue, but I wouldn't say they're a band I listen to every day or every other day. So I guess they'll go on D right here. So next we have We Came as Romans. And there's a sad story to this, that one of their lead singers, like there's two lead singers in this band, one of them died. And it was pretty sad. But they got some good songs. They're on Punk Ghost Pop albums. They did some cool ones on there. I don't listen to them every day, but they'd probably go and see. I listen to them more than I have Yellowcard. So up next is Weezer. If you don't know, they covered the song Africa by Toto. And they got one of my favorite songs, Buddy Holiday. And it's got a pretty cool music video to it. But I'd have to put them in B, because I listen to them a little more than the rest. I mean the highlight C right there. So, well, let me go back and get them. Well, they just disappeared. So we got the band U2. Everybody should know who these people are. Their lead singer is Bono. And back when iTunes was a bigger thing, and they forcibly put one of their albums on everybody's music devices for free, but without everybody's permission. And that was a low blow to a lot of people who didn't want their music. And they was okay. Like their most recent popular song was like in 2000, 2001, Beautiful Day. And I'd have to put them down here with Yellowcard, because I really don't listen to them. So up next, where did these people keep going? They just like disappear. Oh wait, they're over here. Well, hold on to it. Computer is having a seizure. So we got the band Tool. They finally released their second album here recently. Their first one was in the 90s. And their most common song is the song Sober. They got some of the weirdest music videos you could ever watch. They're very trippy. But I don't listen to them every day. Or every other day. So they'd have to go down in D also. Up next, we got 3 Days Grace. Now, I listen to them more than I do the D category and the C, but I don't listen to them every day, but I do every other day. So I'd put them in the A category, because about every album they have is a good album. Up next, we got System of a Down. Now, there's some of their stuff's hit or miss for me. Like, everybody knows their famous songs. Wake up, get the keys off the table. But I don't listen to them every day or every other day. I had to put them down in C. Sum 41, they just came out with a new album not long ago. And their earlier stuff is better than their newer stuff, to me. That's my opinion. I'd put them in B because I listen to their earlier stuff more than their newer stuff. Suicide Silence. A lot of people probably don't know who this is. It's a much heavier band. I had one of their shirts, but their lead singer they had passed away a few years ago. But their songs are hit or miss for me also, just like System of a Down. So, I'd have to put them in the D category because I don't listen to them that much. Let's see. Got Rob Zombie up next. He's a musician. He's also a director. He brought us a remake of Halloween 1 and 2, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. He's also went by the name of White Zombie as a musician. But he'd have to go in D, so I don't listen to him that much. Next, we got the Rolling Stones. Probably many of these people in this generation don't know who this band is. But everybody's probably seen their logo before, worn their clothes, not knowing who they are. But, they got some good songs, they got some bad songs. But they'd have to go in D, because I don't listen to them that much. And I can only guess who this is. Pretty sure it's Seether. But I listen to them on occasions, so I'd put them in C. I don't know why Shinedown's on here twice, but okay. Well, I recently started listening to their songs more, but not all the time. I hear their songs a lot when I play Song Pop, but not when I personally listen to it. So it'd have to go and see. So I'm going to leave that other shine down there. Going on up to Skillet. I like their first album. Some off their new ones. But as far as that goes, when I listen to their songs a little bit more than the people in the C, so they'll go to B. Sleeping with Sirens. I know some people might hate this, but I'm going to have to put them in D because I don't listen to them that much. Okay, Slipknot. One of my favorite bands. I've got a wall scroll of them, of their older members, on my wall. And I listen to them a lot, so I put them up in S category. The first one of S, the highest rank you can get on this list. First one to go there. Trying to figure out who that is. Anyways, I'll come back to them. Okay, we got the band Rise Against. Really don't listen to them that much. They're okay. They got a few good songs. I'd have to put them in D. Okay, REM. I listen to their music a lot more than I would in anybody in D, so I'd put them in C. Okay, All That Remains is a little bit of a heavier band. Some people might not like them, but I listen to their music quite a bit, so I'd put them in the B category. Okay, we got the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Well, had the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I listen to their music a lot. Their older stuff's better. I'd put them in A. Sugar Ray. They're a band. I don't know if they're more on the pop side, the rock side. I think they're about in the middle. They're like pop rock. But I love their music and I listen to them a lot. I'd have to put them in A. Now we got Rage Against the Machine. I really don't listen to them a lot. I'd have to put them in the D category. Okay, the moment two people's been waiting for. Only two people watching right now is the band Queen. So, if you don't know, they came out with like a documentary movie with an actor that kinda looked like him. I've seen it in theaters. I have the DVD of it. I've listened to Queen way before the movie was ever thought of. My dad had me listening to him when I used to live with him. My dad is the one who got me into a lot of older music. I'm the one who got myself and some of my friends got me into the newer music. So I'm kind of split down the middle. I don't listen to them personally a lot, but I don't shove them off to the side and just say, hey, you're in this playlist, but I'm not going to listen to you. So, I'd have to put them in B for the category of in between. I'm sorry, me personally, they'd have to be a B because I don't listen to them a lot. So up next, we got the band Pierce the Veil. They're okay. Their music's hit or miss, but I don't listen to them all the time. They'd have to go down in D tier. Okay, we got the band Poison. It's a older band. Bret Michaels is the lead singer of this band. He's had his own reality shows. And they're okay, but I'd have to put them in D tier. I mean, you can unsubscribe if you want to, Jake, but that's just me personally. Now, if you was doing this list, you'd have them in the S tier and the rest of them in D tier. Okay, so up next is Pink Floyd, another older band. I'll bump them up to A just for you. The Pink Floyd, I'd have to put in C. Not only because of their music, but I love their designs. But I'll bump that up to A for you. Let's see. Don't know who that is. Okay, up next is Linkin Park until I can figure out who these other people are. It's cut out their name. Well, heck. Cancel. Linkin Park, I listen to a lot. They're one of my favorites. I'd have to put them in S tier. If you don't know, Chester Bennington passed away a few years ago. Suicide. It was very tragic. One of the best vocalists of all time. And it made me sad. It honestly did. I'm probably going to have to go back on some of these because I don't know what they are. Okay, Papa Roach. I don't like their newer stuff. I like their older stuff. But I don't listen to them all the time. So I'm going to put them in C tier. Okay, up next we got Panic at the Disco. One of my all-time favorites. Brendan Urie. I watch his live streams on YouTube. I've been a fan of them since they came out. I listen to them all the time, about every day, and they're going up in S tier. So we got Ozzy Osbourne. What I wanted to do, I just wanted to do him as a person because it was just he really made Black Sabbath, so there was no use to putting him and Black Sabbath on here, and so I just put him as a person. A lot of people consider him the king, putting him in things. I'd have to put him in C. Okay, we're going to The Offspring. Their earlier stuff was better. Don't listen to them all the time. They'd have to go down here in D. We got We the Kings. They're kind of hit or miss. No, I don't have them. They're not in this kind of category of music. Anyway, We the Kings would have to go in the D category. No doubt. The band that Gwen Stefani came from. She's the lead singer of it. And they actually had pretty good music. She's still a talented singer, still. She's a judge on The Voice. To be honest, I was just listening to their song Don't Speak earlier while I was trying to find images for this list. I'd have to put them in C category. Because I don't listen to them all the time. Up next, Nirvana. Everybody at least knows what the symbol is, even if they don't listen to the music. Everybody has a shirt with this on it, wear a poster. A lot of people don't know who they are and just wear the clothes or the merchandise. Kurt Cobain was the lead singer. He shot himself the year before I was born. I've watched his documentaries plenty of times with my girlfriend. I like his music. The ones I can understand. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'd put them in A category because I listen to them a lot. Next, we have Nickelback. My dad got me into this band. He loved them. A lot of people hate them. Don't know why. But they got good music. I'd have to put them. I know a lot of people is going to hate me for this, but in this category. Because I listen to them about every day. So we got the band Smash Mouth. If nobody knows who this band is or their song All Star, you've obviously been hiding under a rock all your life. They've been a meme. They've been in the Shrek movie. I mean, if you don't know who they are, there's just no help for you. But I play their song All Star and Walking on the Sun religiously because I actually like the songs. I'd have to put them up here in S tier. Up next, we got Marilyn Manson. One of the creepiest people in music you could ever know. I do not like his new stuff. It's just my opinion. But I love his older stuff. So, and I listen to him every now and then, but not a lot, so I'd put him in B. Up next, we got Of Mice and Men. I really don't listen to him a lot, it just depends. I'd have to put him in D tier. Up next, we got probably the most famous band everybody knows, Metallica. Their albums are hit or miss. Their songs are hit or miss. But I went and seen their movie of their album in theaters years ago. And I actually have the DVD. They got good songs. I'd have to put them in. But I don't listen to them a lot, so in B they will go. Up next, we got My Chemical Romance. I know their lead singer left. And he came back for a tour. But I listen to him more than a lot of other people, so I'd have to put him in B category. Mayday Parade's up next. I don't listen to them a lot, but they got great music. Have to put them in D category. Up next, we got the band Limp Bizkit. Their music, I don't know really how to describe it, but I don't listen to them that much, so they'd have to go in D category. Up next, we got the band Led Zeppelin, an older band. Their most famous song is Stairway to Heaven, and my dad's the one that taught me about them, like most of the other older bands. But I don't listen to them a lot, so they'd have to go in D category. Now, if we was going off which one is better as far as music and everything.
I don't like to go in D category.
Oh, that was weird. My phone started playing my live stream. Oh well. If we was going off of like bands who have the most history and quality, they'd be higher up on this list. But we're going off of who I listen to more on a daily basis. But all of these are in my favorites playlist. I listen to all of them, just some more than others. Up next, we got the band Korn. A lot of people probably don't know who they are. A lot of people thinks they don't know how to spell. But they're a pretty good band. But I just don't listen to them a lot, so they're going in D. Up next, we got the band Kiss, an older band. Everybody probably knows them by their face paint, and their lead singer Gene Simmons, and the rumor and everything they had about his tongue and everything. I just don't listen to him a lot. Up next, we got the band Judas Priest. I just don't listen to them a lot, so they're going in D also. In one of my personal opinions, one of the best guitarists that ever lived, Jimi Hendrix. I'm basing this off of his guitar skills, really, not his vocals. For that, I'd have to put him up in A tier. Up next, we got the band Iron Maiden. I listen to them on and off, but not a lot, so they'd be going in C tier. We got a band that I recently got into about a year and a half ago. I listen to them on a daily basis. I love their videos, and that's Ice Nine Kills. They'd have to go up here in the S category. Up next, we've got Hollywood Undead. Only reason I know that is I can see the outlines of the letter and I know their logo. I listen to them on a daily basis. I've been listening to them since back on MySpace. And I love Deuce in the band as the main guy. I like Danny in the band. I don't like their newer albums, but I still listen to their older, the Midway stuff a lot. So they'd go up in S tier. Up next, we got the band Guns N' Roses, another band my dad got me into. I listen to their stuff on and off a lot, but I'd put them in A category. Up next, we got the band Green Day. Well, had the band Green Day. I listen to them a lot. Most of their songs are good. A few bad ones in my opinion. I'd put them in A tier. Okay, I don't know who that is really. So up next is the band Godsmack. They're a good band, I just don't listen to them a lot. Up next is the band Foo Fighters. If you don't know, the lead singer of this band was also the drummer for Nirvana. And he's a real talented singer. They got a good band. I just don't listen to them a lot. I'd put them in B. Fall Out Boy, one of the bands I grew up with. I still listen to this day, almost every day. So they'd go in A category. Up next, we got the band Five Finger Death Punch. They got some good songs, but their newer stuff I just don't like, in my opinion. So I'd put them in B. Up next is the band Escape the Fate. Kind of a heavier band. I like them. I grew up on this band too. I listen to them about every other day, so they'd go in A. Up next is the band Evanescence. Their stuff is kind of hit or miss because they didn't release a lot of music that I know of. Their most famous two songs are My Immortal and Bring Me to Life. Based on that, I'd have to put them in C. I'm pretty sure this is Good Charlotte. I want to take a good guess at it. I might be wrong. Let me look before I put it up there. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Okay, so they got good music. You'd have to have an acquired taste to listen to them. But I don't listen to them a lot, so they'd go in D. Up next is the band Disturbed. They're a good band. I just don't like their newer stuff. I'd have to put them in C because I don't listen to them that much. Up next is the band Def Leppard. I listen to them a lot. My dad got me into them. I'd have to put them in A category. Up next is the band Crown the Empire. I like this band. I listen to them not every day, but every other day. I'd put them in B. Up next is the band Motley Crue. Another band my dad got me into. I'd have to put them in C though, because I don't listen to them a lot. Up next is the band Creed. They're not a. It was a rumor. I don't know how true it was, but their lead singer was out begging for money after the band broke up. But I don't listen to them that much, so I'd have to put them in D. Up next is Alice Cooper. Everybody calls him the king of shock rock. His older stuff is good to me, but I don't listen to him that much, so he'd be going in D. I'm pretty sure this is Coldplay. I listen to them more than a lot of people in D category, so I'd put them in C. That way. Up next is the band Creedence Clearwater Revival. I listen to them a lot, but not all the time, so they'd go in C. Up next is the band Bullet for My Valentine. I just don't listen to them like I used to, so they'll go in D. Up next is the band Breaking Benjamin. I listen to them a lot more than others. They're a pretty good band. I'd have to put them in A. Up next, I don't know why I didn't have his first name, is David Bowie. It's hard to describe what genre he's in. I'd have to put him in B, because I listen to him more than a lot of these other people down here. Up next is the band Bon Jovi. I don't listen to them that much, so I'd have to put them down in D. Up next is the band Bring Me the Horizon. Their albums are hit or miss. They're a good band. I like their older stuff. Well, it put itself in the category I was getting ready to put it in, so we're good there. Up next is the Beatles. Everybody probably knows who they are. They're on that Amazon ad and everything. But I just don't listen to them that much. They're a great band. Next up is the band Autoslave that had Chris Cornell in it. He was also in the band Soundgarden. He killed himself a few years ago. He was a talented singer, and this was a good band. I listen to them on a daily basis, so I'd put them in A. Up next is the band Asking Alexandria. I listen to them a lot. They're one of my favorites, so I'd have to put them up in S tier. Up next is the band Apocalyptica. They're a good band. I don't listen to them a lot. I'd have to put them in C. Up next is the band All Time Low. They're a good band. Don't listen to them a lot, so they're going down on D. Up next is the band All American Rejects. They're a great band. Listen to them on and off. I'd put them in B. Alice in Chains is next. They're a great band. I just don't listen to them a lot, but I'd have to put them in C, so I listen to them more than the people in D. Next up is the band Aerosmith. Well, where'd they go? You're not going in D, Aerosmith. You're going in B because I listen to you more than a lot of the others. Next up is the band A Day to Remember. One of my all-time favorites. I listen to them on a daily. They're going in S tier. One of my dad's other favorite bands, AC/DC. I love them. Just don't listen to them as much as I do the people in S, so they're going in A. Next up is my favorite band of all time, Avenged Sevenfold. I know a lot of people don't think that. That's their opinion. This is my all-time favorite band, and they're going in S tier because I listen to them on a daily. Next up is the band 30 Seconds to Mars. If you don't know, their lead singer played the Joker on the Suicide Squad movie. So, I'm going to put them in B tier because I listen to them on and off. Next is 21 Pilots. They're a great band. I'd have to put them in A tier. Next up is Blink 182, one of my other favorite bands of all time. I listen to them on a daily. They'd have to go in S tier. But as far, I don't know, Shinedown I already did, and it's just on here twice. I just don't know who these other three are, because it don't have names for a good logo. But as far as that goes, that's where I'm going to leave the video. Hope everybody has a good night. And I want to do more of these tier list videos.